Right, I've just emptied out onto the top. Oop. Just lighten this up a bit. It is Life Systems Pocket First Aid Kit. The contents of are tape, scissors, cleaners, safety pins, and a how-to guide. Some adhesive dressings, cotton bandage, woven bandage, non-woven gauze, swabs, low adhesive dressing. Sorry I'm having to do it like this, I haven't really got room, like I say, I'm moving house now. I've got things all over the place. Antiseptic cream, tweezers, and it did come with a couple of plasters, but pretty much all these here, Elastoplast, which are a good plaster, I added to the kit. But that actually cost me, that Life Systems Pocket First Aid Kit, no money at all really, and I think you get a reasonable amount inside it. So that's, as a kit itself, is an ideal thing to carry around with you. And I've got a couple of other items, so I'll just pack this away and I'll show you the others. Hi there, so yeah, welcome back. So basically, my thoughts on this little Pocket First Aid Kit. I think it's brilliant. What you get inside it for the price is fantastic, and I have it in my bag for when I go away camping. And if I go out for the day and I put my day pack on, I can just swing it in the pocket and it's there with me, just to help people out. It's got a really good button and a Velcro on, and it really does get a hold. And so that would officially be one of my items that I'd carry all the time. So next, just quickly show you this. I got this with my C6 knife. It's a little card, tells you some survival tips, gives you some distances, miles, kilometres, kilometres, miles, kilometres, metres, as you can see. I think that's good. Ground to wear distress signals, something I didn't know, I've got, not gonna lie. And it's on the card, also on the front. Survival, size up your situation, use all your senses, remember where you are, vanquish fear and panic, improvise, value living, act like the natives, live by your wits. Words to live by, I suppose. So that's my card there. Water purification tablets. I'd normally have paracetamol, ibuprofen and Imodium, but I haven't got them in my kit at the minute. I tend to take them out when I get back, and well, I leave them in my camper actually, because I tend to always go away in my camper, and so I'll leave them in my camper so that I've got them in that if I go away in that, which then I just slip them back in my kit when I go out. A couple more of alcohol wipes, so they come in handy, and another one which lives with me is the old Victorinox knife. It's got the scissors on, got tweezers, toothpick, various knives, needle threading in case you need to sew yourself up. I don't think I could do that, like, I'm not Rambo. But so yeah, that's an item that I always have in my safety kit, in my first aid kit. I just think you never know when you might need it. So on top of my my pocket first aid kit, my tablets, I'm sure there's more I'm gonna need. Now I'm gonna put something in next, which personally, I don't know all your opinions on it, but thermal blanket. Whether you're going for a walk in the hills, or whether you're out camping or whatever, if you're on your own and you end up twisting an ankle, falling over, whatever, and you can't set a tarp system up, you can climb into this and it's going to keep you alive. I'm sure the chances of using it are minimal, but I'm also sure that there's people out there that have perished because they haven't had one of these. You know, and for something that cost me about £2, why not keep it in there? You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. Keep it in there. If you did have an accident, trauma, as it says there, situation, you're not going to be able to put your hammock up. You're not going to necessarily be able to put your tarp up. So you get in this blanket, and it's going to, you know, keep you alive. So anything that's going to keep you alive in a very, very serious situation, you know, is going in my first aid kit, and that's one of them. So that's my 3 things really. I've got my tablets, my knife, sorry, all my tablets, and my pocket first aid kit, and there's pretty much everything in there that I think I need. So what I don't tend to have is big bandages, which I could probably do with for major trauma to the leg if you stab yourself in your femoral artery or something like that. But that's something that I can look at getting. So I really appreciate being nominated by Craig, Hull Bushcrafter. Let me know in your comments if there's anything that I'm missing. I'm open to suggestions. I by no way know everything. Like I say, I profess to be an amateur at this. If there's something else that you think I should have in there, just let me know, and then I'll be looking to buy one. And finally, before I go, I'm going to do my nominations, and the 3 people that I'd like to see show me their first aid kits are Paul Mesner. Paul's got an excellent channel. He's a show you how to do it guy. He's into bushcraft, and he's also into hill walking. If you haven't checked out Paul's channel, I strongly recommend you do. He's another guy. I didn't mention him the other day when I did the shout outs, and I should have, because he's been a big influence on what I've done. So Paul Mesner is well worth a look. If you haven't seen it, go and have a look. Messner, that's how you spell his second name. Also, Stu from Scottish Wanderers, let's see your first aid kit, mate. And Roger from Garn for Ratch in his Carlisle accent. I nominate you 3 people, shows your first aid kit. So thank you very much for watching my video, and thanks again, Craig, for nominating me. And I'll let you go. Thank you very much. Bye now.